Okay, timestamp. Um, March 18th, 3/18, 2026. It's a little bit after 8. Something told me not to start my recording yet. I just got off the phone with Dr. K at the animal hospital. Luther is doing great. Um, so I'm pretty happy. He, because somebody out there is going to be wondering where the name Luther came from. We got Luther and his sister Stevie from one of the neighborhood crazy cat ladies who was starting to get pressure from the local community to get her herd under control. And she had a litter of 6 kittens that had just happened, and she was like, I don't know what I can do, because I'm going to wind up having to take kittens to the pound, to the, whatnot, and you know, we weren't really looking for kittens. But also, we like animals and their kittens. So, Pix and I went down there, and we met with our friend, because we've known her for years, and there were kittens. And because of the magnitude of the horde, whatever you want to call it, um, the kittens were named 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very cunning names. I get it. It's cool. At the time, we were watching Umbrella Academy, and the kitten, and this was, I guess, like in birth order pretty much, because she watched the kittens be born. But kitten number 1 was kind of digging Pix and me. Kitten number 2, little white kitten with like little patches of gray on her, tiny thing, immediately crawled over and fell asleep we were sitting on the floor, immediately curled up and fell asleep in the crook of Pix's leg. So that was done. That was already, we know what's going on there. And that was 2. But then 1 kept coming to me, playing, saying hi, going to her, playing, saying hi. 3 and 4 were just kind of doing their own thing, romping around, both tortoiseshell tabbies, having fun being kittens. And 5 was watching us from under the dining room table suspiciously, which just added to the idea of Umbrella Academy, because 5 was acting very 5. Who is, to be clear, my favorite character in Umbrella Academy. I love 5. And Pogo, to be clear. Monkey, hey, who would have thought that? But yeah, was pressed for names, so to speak, and she just kept reiterating, well, that's 1, that's 2, and it was just like, Luther. He's Luther. He's Luther. So 1 became Luther, which is 1. But yeah, no, I just got off the phone with Dr. K, and they're going to continue to observe him throughout the day. His appetite's really improving. He's talking a lot, which he's a chatterbox. So that's a good sign, because he wasn't talking. The only talking he was doing was the occasional, which was more like it wasn't a, hey, how you doing? It was a, I don't feel good. I'm in distress, And if you're an animal person, especially if they're your animals, you kind of know the difference, you know. I know when Hex is just wanting to have a talk, and when he's saying, hey bitch, my food bowl's getting low. You need to do your job. There's a difference in the tone. So, but that's, and the good news just keeps coming. I love it. Woke up to the Centauran experiment and a wicked craving for a good baked potato. I had a luxurious and ornery tuxedo cat curled up at my feet. Hex digging on some Tom Baker, you know. He may just be crushing on Sarah Jane. Who can say? Pretty lady. I get it. It's cool. More a Leela guy, but you know, it's fine. She was pretty. She's a pretty lady. Yeah, victory is mine. Victory is mine. All right, so eBay lesson. Never cancel a case until you've actually gotten the refund started or whatnot. I thought I might be getting played, and I was right. Because the guy with the gelatoni, remember I thought I was getting a gelatoni, and I got gelatoni that I can hold in my hand, as opposed to the one where the person holding it is like barely holding on to the backside and you can see the entire thing. It's very obviously a bait and switch. So, okay. Tiny's taking a shower, starting to bed down. Yes, it's 8 something in the morning, but our schedules are, I mean, they're what we make them. Because, I mean, we're getting stuff done, but we're on our own. The rotations of the sun mean very little here. I'm trying to be awake right now during business hours because of certain things that we have going on, like cats in hospitals and things like that. So when I canceled the return upon his request, very much like Luke and R2, you know, hey, where'd you go? Bring back the message. 24 hours went by and he hadn't issued a return or a refund, which he could have done anytime. And at the 24-hour mark, I emailed him and said, you've had 24 hours. My dude, if at the end of what I consider my business day, which is going to be about 12 hours from now, you have not done anything, I will take steps. And I'm sure because of the grift, he was probably like, you canceled the return, what are you going to do? You can actually call eBay customer service. There are actually real people there. You don't just have to rely on whatever buttons are available on the screen. You can actually call them direct and say, hey, I got a seller that's playing me. So I called and said, hey, I've got a seller that's playing me. And I think his name was Alan, one of the, I guess a location in Utah. That's what came up on my screen. And he looked over, had me on hold for a little while, but take all the time you need. Because I documented the hell out of everything. And in his emails to me, he said, I will issue a full refund. You can even keep the little one. I'm so sorry for my mistake. I must have sent out the wrong thing. He doesn't have any of the keychains listed. It's not a product that he's actually currently listing or selling. Nor has he sold it based on the past couple months. I looked. I was curious. Just to see if maybe he put the wrong thing in the envelope. That's not a product you have, so why are you putting it in any envelope? Unless it's a bait and switch. So anyway. So I think Alan got back to me and said, okay, I can see where he promised you a refund. And I also looked at the photographs. You did a great job in documenting this, by the way, because you just made my case from my side of it so easy. He's like, it is very clear that those are very different products. He's like, just based on the hand size, you can tell that what he sent you is not what it should have been. And I took pictures of the envelope when it first arrived because I was like, there's no way that an 11 or 14-inch plush fit in that little envelope. There is no way. And I could smell the bait and switch happening. So I took pictures with a tape measure, basically showing the size of the envelope with the shipping label. So it's like, it's very clear this is the package that came from you. I'm not doing a bait and switch on my end. I'm being very, very direct, very open, very transparent. Transparency, it can happen. But that means you're honest. So he looked at the pictures and he's like, this is very clearly deceptive marketing, misrepresentation of product. He's like, in the future, don't cancel it until the refund return process started. I'm like, I had a feeling he was kind of playing me there, and he's like, that's what I think happened there too, is he was hoping you would cancel it, and then he knew that nothing would happen from there. And I'm like, well, that's why I'm calling you. And he's like, and we normally, this is a harder thing to do, but only because it's documented so well with the email exchanges can I do something, because I can do something. So I got the refund, and they're launching an investigation into the vendor. And I sent him an email, the vendor, about 2 hours before I called eBay and said, my business day is about to be completed and you have done nothing. You've had 36 hours. It's like 40 hours at that point. From the time that I canceled the return till now, you have done nothing. It is very obvious that you are being deceptive here. So, got my refund. I'm keeping the little one, which Pix does have a thing for, like, backpack clips and whatnot, so she'll probably still squee. It'll probably wind up on one of her purses or backpacks as a hanger, which, okay, cool. Because she's going to think it's adorable. I haven't even shown her yet, because I didn't want to go, hey, you might be keeping this. Oh, nope, I have to return it. I didn't want to, look, you almost had this. Nope. I didn't want to be that guy. So she doesn't even know that this whole operation is in progress. They're launching an investigation, and I left feedback. Oh yes, I did. It was of the negative sort. So. He emailed me. Hello, friend. I'm sorry. Due to personal reasons, I haven't responded to your messages in time these past couple of days. I have already sent it back to you. No, you didn't. They extracted it. You didn't actually send anything. Could you please help me remove the negative feedback? Thank you. To which I responded, when you asked me to cancel the case, you could have started the refund procedure right then and there. You know it, I know it. But this was part of the hustle, I believe. What I have set in motion cannot be stopped, nor do I want it stopped. It's simple. You are dishonest, and that secret is out. He hasn't responded to that. And I don't care if he does or not. Bye-bye. Shall I call you Felicia? Oh, man. You lied like 4 times and tried to play me. I'm a bard. My charisma and wisdom are pretty maxed out. I can get this done in a phone call. I know you don't think that, because most people won't. They'll just go, oh, I got burned. No. And I have done that before. I have said, okay, I got burned. But when you've lied to me 3 and 4 and 6 and whatnot times, no. Nope. Absolutely nope. Also, So, yeah. I feel good about this. This was holy. You know what I mean? I have no regrets on this. Yeah, and the feedback, because he still got it listed. He still has this item listed right now. The feedback not only went on him as a vendor, or as a seller, vendor, same thing. I'm used to using that term from running a shop. But also, it kind of pins to the item of the which he is still trying to sell. He's got like 3 or 4, I'm assuming keychains, and not the 11 or 14 inch plush. So, feedback for this item. I really wanted to get a 9 or 12 inch Gelatoni for my girl to go with the 12 inch Albert I got for myself last week. I just got up not that long ago, so. And parenthetical, it's a Disney thing. What I ordered was pick one. I was able to attach both pictures to the item. The one that he has listed, his picture is pick one, and then the keychain one is pick two. For context, because you can't see the screen. What I ordered was pick one. What I received was pick two. Was able to get a refund after much duress and aggravation. Draw what conclusions you will, but the situation could have been resolved easily, and easily did not occur. I was warned by Alan at eBay to not actually be accusatory, because that feedback can get removed, and I want this to be indelible. So I couldn't say, he's a liar and a thief. That will get flagged and taken down, and they might even be like, don't do that again. They'll get all Harrison Ford at me. So I was like, okay. Like, I'm an English major, and he's like, oh, you're going to be fine. Just don't be accusatory, don't be inflammatory. But he's like, there's a line that you can walk here. And I'm like, I think I got this. And he's like, I think you got this too. But yeah, give him hell. Give him hell. I'm going to do what I can on my end, because we don't need this on eBay. We don't need this kind of crap. You know, we try and have a pretty safe buying and selling environment, and this guy is very clearly trying to rip people off. He's playing games, and we don't like it. I'm like, have fun. Have at it. I will not get in your way. I'm just going to give this little keychain plush to my girl. I got my money back, so I basically got that for free. That wasn't the intention, though. I just wanted the product that I ordered. But karma, so to speak, you know, you could call it that, right? So, and my money's already back. I have started the refund process for you. No, you didn't. You didn't start shit. That's the problem. Because you could have, and you didn't. I'm West Wing fan. I do keep saying, victory is mine. Oh yeah. Still doing the ghetto brew. That's what we got. I was feeling like Yosemite Sam on a roller coaster this morning, so I'm like, yeah. I'm a rootin'est, tootin'est bard. But, yeah. So, that happened. Some Harry and David vanilla cream brulee. It's like Perry Como singing the word, right? Brulee. Having an Animaniacs flashback, too. Anvilania. If you know, you know. So, feeling good about that. I'm okay with everything that just transpired. Oh, yes. Yes, I am. I haven't gotten a lot of packages, but I've been pulling back on my eBay purchases. Because we're about to spend $2,000 on a cat. But looking good. Looking good. Yeah, I mean, here's the bottom line is, because Pick's very upset. She's like, we're spending a lot of money on a cat. We normally don't have to do this. And I'm like, honey, we've buried enough friends over the past, 2-3 years. We can stop this. We can stop this one from happening. We're going to stop this from happening. Is it going to hurt? We're going to feel the pinch. It's just honest. We're going to feel the pinch. But, to quote Christopher Eccleston, everybody lives. We can fix this one. There's a whole hell of a lot we can't fix right now, but we're going to fix this one. And we're going to keep that little chatterbox alive. So, that's cool. Got with Amy, the financial woman, who's a huge Labyrinth fan, which is cool. The three of us had quite a chat. Just about got all my parents' financials combined, consolidated, and under my control. I'm not doing anything nefarious, but I need to be able to access it and move stuff around and whatnot to make sure that everything's taken care of. I'm the executor of the will. My dad's not dead yet, but I'm also a power of attorney and his guardian, which is still, a year later, weird to say. And I've got to be able to take care of business. And this is all the stuff that my mom normally would be doing, but she is not here to do it. And honestly, the last 2 years, I can see that the accounts pretty much, they're there and they're functioning, but they're on autopilot. Because she was playing the market and doing pretty good with it, and then just no alterations. And there's some things that I need to drop as investments because they're not doing well, and I'd like to redirect some of those funds to things that are doing well, which is something that she would have done had she been here. Were she here? So I have to take the wheel. But I can. I know how to do this. Because, just throwing numbers out there, just arbitrary, they've made, over the past year, just, give a random figure, this isn't a real number, but, they made $100,000, but they also lost $60,000. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and also, and this is stuff that she would have corrected. The second some of that 60,000 started to go down, she would have been like, nope, not today, Satan, But she wasn't here to. But this is stuff that I can now look at and go, hey, we're losing money every day over here. Let's stop that. Let's stop doing that. Oh, we're making money over here? Let's do that. Move that to there. It's all a resource game. You play resource games on your PC, things like that. It's all a resource game. Hoping for some epic drops. Legendary and epic drops. Could use some. Exactly. Zai over there laying down. But yeah, $2,000 for a kitty. An epic drop would be good. Legendary, epic. I'll even take a couple of really good rare drops right now, That would be cool. But yeah, can we bounce back from this? Yeah, because I'm doing pretty good on eBay. But Luther is definitely kind of punching me in the balls with this one. It's alright. It's alright. I can take it. So yeah, got a situation with Amy and my parents' accounts. There's literally a check in the mail, which is good because I can take care of my dad's like pressing things, because I got people saying, hey, there's a bill here, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm working on it. That check is actually literally in the mail, and I'm about to be able to manipulate their finances to where I can actually fix things. Und Gelatoni Man from China has been vanquished. Luther's going to be okay. Yeah, my biggest problem is I still, every day, every moment, have anxiety that I'm going to get a call about my dad. Because, of course, chest tightness when I got up. It's a normal day. A little bit of palping here and there, but nothing too bad today so far. Been up for an hour, Other than that, I have, a house that we're trying to de-hoard, of course. And I'm having to ghetto brew my coffee. But I got a fridge full of food. Got a couple of, healthy kids. They're a little mental, but so am I. Going into some rapids right now, but we're okay. We're okay. Goonies never say die, so it's alright. Amy's also a massive Goonies fan. We definitely went off topic a fair amount during a conversation, and she complimented us on our disposition. That's the tea kettle. Ghetto coffee. But I mean, she does a lot of the transitional account stuff, so she talks to people all day, every day that are going through similar adjacent things to what we're going through. And she's like, you guys, your attitudes are amazing. She's like, I talk to people that are going through it and not handling it well. And I'm like, we've managed to keep our sense of humor, and kind of. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're still furious at some of the things that my mom and my dad did over the past couple of years, because we had a lot of this stuff already set up and planned, and then over the last 2 years, 3 years, they, with the paranoia that goes along with cognitive decline and dementia, burned it all down. They burned it all down. So, we had a map, but then they hid the treasure and burned the map. It's like, okay, well, shit, I remember what the map looked like, ish, but it doesn't matter because the landscape changed. Does that make sense? That morning congestion. A little, normal day. We find an hour. But I need to empty the dishwasher, need to reload. It won't be a full load. I made some Progresso. They had a Progresso. We're using it up. There we go. That helped. Macaroni and bean soup. It's kind of a light tomato-based soup with like white northern bean, macaroni, whatnot. I'm like, okay, well. So I took a tube of the pork sausage, like the breakfast sausage from Aldi, the pork. I fried up the whole thing, but I used about half of it. I put the other half away to be used in like another dish. Fried that up, added some corn, and added some chickpeas to the soup. Added some water to fill to make it, whatnot. So it was a light tomato-based soup with pork sausage bits in it, which adds a little bit of meat and also some dip. The sweet pork is nice. And then we had like a couple different beans within the soup itself and some smaller pasta bits. And then I made elbow noodles and poured that over and made it more of like a pasta dish. This guy. And I'm willing to bet my mom would have said, "This is really good. What is this?" I have no doubt if they hadn't gone insane and decided that we were ninja locksmiths, that I would have gotten through the whole batch. And she never would have said, "I don't like this." There's some bizarre flavory things over there, and it's very much a challenge accepted, and it was then too, because I'm like, okay, well, you got 2 cans of this. How can I doctor this to where it's not only nutritious, because again, my mom COPD, AFib, cardiac, renal stage 4, and diabetes. So I'm having to try and cook around those 4 health conditions and get her stuff that she needs. Then I had a little notebook. Pix made me a notebook, being the blue shirt. She's like, okay, this is what you should give her. This is what you should not give her. This is what she can have a little bit of. She's like, this is your menu. I'm like, I got this, Tiger, thanks. So looking at the soups, I'm like, okay, so this has got a couple things in it that actually she could use. There's no salt, and there won't be salt. Alright. How do I make this into something more so I can feed both of them with it? Because I'll do like side veg or a side meat or something with the soup, whatnot. How do I dress this up to where she doesn't recognize it? It's got adequate spice to where she's not, craving salt like, the man-trap creature. It's funny, because Man-Trap was on Star Trek the other day, and I thought about my mom. But the idea of how can I disguise this to where she doesn't flinch. She doesn't say, "Oh, this is awful." How do I get that past the radar? And even on 4, it wasn't a, "I don't like this." It was, "This is really good. Damn it. You're going to ask me where I got it. What is this? Damn it, I knew it." Oh, there. We got to 6. I mean, the goal number was like 50 or 60 something. But I'd have gotten it. I'm good at what I do. She would have eaten Progresso soup and liked it. I mean, we already know she did. Ain't I a stinker? Oh! Ghetto or not, still damn good coffee. But yeah, dishes. Found a big patch of like comforters and blankets and things that were being stored in cardboard boxes on the floor in the garage. So with the leaky washer, the fabric is a little interesting. So I'm running those through the washer to see if I can save them or not. Some of them have some mildewy things going on. I'm not sure if I can save them. There's some boxes on top of those boxes that are okay, but I'm still running them through the washer real quick just because they're musty. That's current excavation going on in the garage, so I'm going to be doing a lot of washer dryer. Welcome to Leonardo Station. Yeah, but that'll get me a huge, basically large, picture what a comforter, like a bed in a bag. They're, 2 feet by 2 feet, 3 feet, box that big, small tower of boxes that big. It gets me that much real estate in the garage. This is just one brick. You know, we're digging our way through the mountain. One brick. One brick, baby. At some point I'm going to need to get a shower because I am musky. But yeah, I know how I can optimize the garage, because the end goal here, honestly, is we're going to be using the garage kind of for our storage, and the workshop and or the covered area of the lanai for theirs, as we try and go through, because we're going to be, my dad's not going to be here that much longer. I mean, that's just a fact. We're going to, at that point, have a green light to start trying to liquidate and get rid of the stuff that isn't necessarily garbage. There's a lot of... You alright there, bud? Yeah? Licking yourself a lot? Yeah, me too. You know, the garbage, you know, like fabric that has black mold on it that I can't resuscitate, that goes in the dumpster. We're not... No one, and the court, nobody's going to be like, well, that's his property, you should have saved that. No, it's a health hazard. It's, you know, black mold on fabric that I can't salvage, can't be, no. You know what I mean? The court's going to be like, yeah, no, get rid of that. Get rid of that, because I'm supposed to be using my common sense in regards to management of their estate. That's common sense. You don't save that. My parents, honestly, with some of their judgment calls, probably would have saved that. Oh, no, that's still good fabric. No, it's not. It has black mold on it, you know. I can't bleach that out. And you have 500 other comforters. You don't need this one. It wasn't given to you by the Queen. It wasn't even given to you by a twin. See what I did there? So, now we have a king. Wow. Chucky finally got that promotion. So yeah, I got a plan. I know how I can make this work. Pix is skeptical because we've got a lot of stuff at our place, and I'm like, no, I think I can make it work. Just gonna have to trust me a little bit. My spatial sense is pretty good. I got this. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. Oh right, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was getting notification of an item being relisted that I meant to stop watching on eBay because I already have the components for everything that was in the listing. I was able to find it cheaper by getting it in pieces. I didn't turn off the eBay search, and I should. So yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and, right, I'm gonna get started around here. Stop, I don't care. I got some eBay listings to do. I'm going to try and get a few listings up this morning. Yeah, I think it's going to be a crazy but interesting day. We should be picking Luther up late this afternoon, early evening, according to Dr. K, so that's pretty cool. So I'm going to get started around here. Feeling good about things. A couple of minor victories, a major victory this morning. We're looking good. Ooh, yeah. Alright. You know the mantra by now. Or probably. Maybe. Maybe you do. If not, you will. And feel free to like the video if you're watching my videos and I'm doing anything for you. You know, helps me, you know, the algorithm, and also at the same time it lets me know that you like me. You really like me. Not AI, I'm real. You're seeing a glimpse into a real dude's life, so, and I try and keep it real. Anyway, hug your parents, hug your kids, and make it a great day.